everybody, Sandy here. Welcome back to another week of my 13 Frights before Halloween. This is week number 4, August the 22nd. So it's getting closer to Halloween and we're still making some easy, quick little projects for our trick-or-treaters or for party favors. So this week I'm going to show you how to make this really cute little milk carton treat box. Stay tuned. So for this project, you only need one piece of your Halloween paper. I'm using double-sided. I think I'll be using the striped side because I think that would be really cute like that. You need one piece that is cut at 10.5 wide by 7 tall. So if you were doing your directional paper, you would make sure you're doing it that way because that would be the way tall would be your 7 inches. So I have my ribbon. I'm going to use the same ribbon that I used here, and I have some little elements. So this one's really quick and really easy. I'm going to go over with you about the 13 Frights before Halloween. I'm sharing the hashtag here on the screen and also in my description box. If you've made something for Halloween for the 13 Frights, this is an open collaboration. You can do a YouTube video and or Facebook post or Pinterest post or Instagram post. I think you can do it on Pinterest. I'm not sure. Anyway, use the hashtag, and then when anyone types that in, they'll see your projects too. But also down below is a list of all 11 YouTube channel creators that are doing all 13 weeks, myself included in that group. So you can go to their channels and subscribe and also comment and give them a thumbs up and for a like and let them know how you're liking their projects. There's been some really great projects, so you don't want to miss out. Good thing is they're always on YouTube, so you'll be able to watch them at any time and use them for this year, next year, or whenever you need to make something quick and fun for Halloween. So let's get started on this project. I'm going to grab my scoreboard. I'm using my big one today. And I've already marked this up so it makes it easier to see when we're cutting it, but I'm going to score it with you. So I'm going to score my 10.5 inch side at 1/2 inch, 3.5, 5.5, and 8.5. Okay, then we're going to turn it on our 7 inch side, and we're going to score at 1 inch and at 5. And that's all the scoring that we need to do on this one. So we can put the scoreboard away. And next we're going to grab our scissors so we can do some cutting. Now then, I have marked it so that we can see what to cut out. So I've put an X here in this 1/2 inch corner here, this 1/2 inch little corner down here. We're going to cut those away. Then we'll cut this square out here that's on the right, leave the rectangle, and cut the next square out. Then we're also going to cut along each line where I've marked. So no cutting here in this main section. Cut along the line to each score line like this. So cut to this line and then cut to this line. So let's start out by cutting our squares out first. So I'm going to go ahead and cut on the line, score line. And if you want to mark yours up like this with the pen, you can do that too. Just lay it on your scoreboard and mark that. Cut that square out. And then we're going to go cut this 1/2 inch rectangle out. I call them squares, but they're more rectangles in these sections. So the whole 1/2 inch goes down to the score line. And that was the same on this other one over here. Cut that whole thing out. Now this rectangle stays, but I'm cutting this square away. Cut right along the lines. And then you're going to cut this one away. I'm just seeing which way would be easier to cut. You could also do this on your trimmer if you have the one where you can set your blade. Okay, that one's out. This one on the end. Cut this one out. This side here that I'm cutting on right now, I need to cut on the line a little better, will be the top of your little box. So these would be easy for you to cut out for the kids and then have them assemble if you wanted to. Now go back, and these lines, we're going to cut all these lines. I'm going to cut to each side of the line. So that's 2 little cuts to cut that out. So you're cutting out just that little sliver there, like I just put down right there. Each side of the line. Cut that out. And then one more. Okay, so we have those cut out. Now then, we're going to just slightly miter these little short tabs here. Just like that. These we don't want to miter up here at the top. I'm just going to clean this one up a little bit. Need a little cleaning up, and then I'm looking at these others down here, and if they don't look straight, I'm just going to cut just a tiny bit more off. Okay, so I think they look good. This one here might need a little bit straighter. Okay, so now we can throw all this away, clean up our table, and we're ready to put this together. So I'm going to fold and burnish my score lines of what's remaining. And like I said, I'm going to use the stripe on the outside that will put the backs on the inside. You could do whichever way you want to on yours. Of course, you're probably using, I know you're using different paper because this is paper from my stash. I don't even know how old it is. Okay. So this is our top. And this is what's going to pull it together right here. Okay. So let's first fold it up and see how everything looks. Okay, looks good. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and start gluing things together. So let me grab my glue and get all that ready to go. Okay, so before we glue it, these 2 wider rectangles, I'm not scoring them. I'm just going to fold them just a little bit to get a fold, so that when this goes together, it's going to naturally fold. And then this section here, I'm going to kind of do the same. Just kind of give it a little help. Just kind of press that in just a little bit, not a heavy fold, so that it knows where to go once everything starts pushing together. Okay, now let's take this side here, and I'm going to put, did I put that on the inside? I think I did. So I'm going to bring this together, and we're going to put glue on the outer part of this 1/2 inch. So just put your glue on and bring this side over and match it up. So you want to match up the cut of this side along the fold line over here. Make sure they line up, and then top to bottom as well, and then go ahead and burnish that. So that gives you the shape of the box right there. Now we're going to seal up the bottom. So whoops, I'm going to fold in my 2 short tabs and fold over these longer ones. And I'm just going to put glue kind of on the square quadrant of the long one, just on the end, not the whole length of it. And now we're going to bring this together, fold this over, fold this one over. And I'm going to reach in there and make sure they're pressing down on the bottom of the box. So that gives you your box shape right there. Because you already folded this a little bit, it's going to give you that little indentation there for a milk carton like that. So then we have this up here. So the next thing we want to do is punch our holes. So grab your hole punch. See how easy these are to go together. There is a little gap on mine. You can push them together. There we go. And get them to glue together a little better. You're going to fill it with candy. Maybe put some tissue paper in there. Making sure it pressed in there good. Okay. So now I'm going to line these two guys up. And I'm going to punch my hole. Put two holes together. I put about 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch apart. Okay, so that's where we're going to tie our ribbon. So take my ribbon and put it through the back and towards the front. Ah, what a wonderful sound while we're doing a Halloween project. Somebody started up a chainsaw. Have you ever been to a haunted house where they started up a chainsaw? Oh dear. I have a niece who just terrifies her and she just starts running away. Even though I told her, they don't have a chain on those chainsaws. It's just the noise. That's funny. Usually I have crows making noise, which will probably happen around September and October. You'll hear crows in my videos, but today I have a chainsaw. So there you just adjust the bow the way you want it. Cute like that. And now we're ready to decorate. So I'm going to trim the ends of my ribbon. So funny. I'm sorry, it's just funny. Okay, there we go. Now then we're ready to decorate. Isn't that cute? Super simple to make. I'm telling you, this video is not going to be very long. Then I found this adorable little jack-o'-lantern with the owl on it in some of my cut aparts. I've had these forever. I had a huge package of them. I've been using them for probably several years now. So I'm just going to glue this to the front right here. You can decorate these up as much as you want. Like that. And then I cut out the words trick or treat. And I'm just going to probably glue it there. Trick. Trick. Oh, the or is on a circle. Put a little glue on that. Trick or treat. Okay. And then the last thing to probably really dress them up, I may take some of this crystal glaze. It just really makes the eyes pop if you make sure that's on the front there. Go. Trick or treat. Sorry. Take some of your crystal glaze, and if you want to put a little bit on the eyes, and of course you're going to have to let that dry, and that just gives it some sparkle. We could put a little bit here in the jack-o'-lantern. Make it look like he's glowing a little bit along his mouth, like that. And of course, let that dry. Let me take this other one that I made beforehand, and I'm going to add some on his eyes. Just kind of make them glow. In his mouth. And on the teeth. I like that. So that's a little something extra you can add, and of course just let them dry. So that is today's or this week's project for my 13 Frights before Halloween. Again, check out hashtag the number 13. I'm going to show it here on the screen again. Hashtag Sandy's number 13 Frights before Halloween 2022. That's a long one. Anyway, check that out. Check down in the link description below. Click on more. You'll find all the links to all the channels that are participating. Check out their projects for today. Subscribe to their channel if you haven't already, and click the bell to follow them, and then leave a comment, a thumbs up, and have a great time making some Halloween projects. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I will see you next Monday with another Halloween project for 13 Frights before Halloween. Bye-bye.